Hello folks, and welcome back to Wasteland 2. We are going to try to finish this up. We're kind of pressed for time here. Let's talk to Mer Captain. After you were brave enough to charge in here on your suicide mission, I decided I'd fly over the old whirlybird, give you a way out just in case you survived, and lo and behold, you have. Are you ready to go? Hold on. Not yet. We need to set off the nuke in Min's lab. Okay. Yeah, we did, but not the Kochi's AI, which is transmitting itself to the other computers. We need to destroy it before it completes its upload. Horrible. Well, the nuke's in Min's lab. Go set it and come back as quick as you can. I'll get this thing ready for takeoff. Alright, let's do it.
20% complete.
Okay, come on.
30% complete.
Yeah. What's going on with the camera?
40%
Come on.
complete. Acquisition 50% complete. Acquisition 60% complete. Acquisition 70% complete.
No timer. With no time. Looks like one of us will have to sacrifice themselves. Any volunteer?
I, Master Kegaba, will answer your call, Ranger. Head for safety. I will stay behind.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Kekaba.
You are...
Thank you, Kekaba. Come on, Rangers, move out.
Yeah. Running. Kochi's AI defeated. You saved the world, or at least a small piece of it. Setting off Min's cobbled-together nuke inside the Ranger Citadel destroyed the AI and all its minions, preventing its source code from broadcasting and propagating to other computers, robots, and augmented humans. The AI's robotic future has been prevented. Unfortunately, the explosion has also made Ranger Citadel an uninhabitable, irradiated hell pit for the next few centuries, which means the Desert Rangers will once again be looking for a new home. Until they find one, they've set up temporary headquarters at the site of Ace's murder, using the radio tower there as a means of communication, and have ironically dubbed the place the New Ranger Citadel. Okay. Additionally, Kekaba's noble sacrifice has set an example for peace and cooperation between the various groups and tribes of the Wasteland. The communities have begun to work more closely together to rebuild Arizona and keep the flame of civilization burning in his name. His sacrifice has allowed you and your party to escape death, and your hard-won skills and experience are helping guide the ways to a more peaceful and prosperous future. Ag Center was lost has been a great blow to both the Wasteland and the Desert Rangers. Without the fresh produce that Matt Forrestal and his team once distributed across Arizona, many communities are starving, and the Raiders are now stealing carrots and tomatoes the way they used to steal guns and ammo. Even the Rangers are feeling the pinch, with many teams going out on patrol fortified with nothing more than half portions of rat soup. In addition, outbreaks of mutant plant and insect growth are flaring up all over the waste, turning towns and farms into nightmare jungles. Many mourn the deaths of Matt and his chief scientist, Kathy Lawson. I don't mourn Kathy Lawson, but apparently some people do. As well as other researchers and farmers who were lost during the destruction. High Pool. Thanks to your timely intervention and thoroughness in High Pool, saving their irrigation system and decisively defeating the wrecking crew, the fortified town's safety has been assured and its reservoirs remain strong, secure, ensuring that the Arizona Waste will have plentiful drinking water and irrigation for the foreseeable future. And with the new mayor, Kate Preston, in charge now, relations between High Pool and the Rangers have improved dramatically, with increased patrols in the High Pool area and more frequent deliveries of fresh water to the Rangers. Rail Nomad camps. Thanks to your help, peace between the Topekans and the Atchinsons is already paying great dividends. The network of rails is expanding every day, and the train is making regular rounds carrying people and cargo all over Arizona. At the same time, engineers are working around the clock to get a second engine repaired and running again. The renaissance of the rail is rapidly becoming a reality. Though she is thankful that there is finally peace between the Atchinsons and the Topekans, with Ralphie dead, let us remember how he died, aka Bugs. There's nothing to keep Jessie in Rail Nomad. She now wanders the waste, heartbroken and hardened. Her only companion, an ornery honey badger she calls Ralphie. That's funny, I have an ornery honey badger that I call Ralphie 2.0 that's actually Chisel. She has no love for the Rangers, who she blames for Ralphie's death and steals from them every chance she gets. Oh, that's unfortunate. Rail Nomad camps. With the Rail Nomad thieves camped emptied since you drove them away, the Rail Nomad is using the area as a work yard for building ties, forging rails, repairing damaged train cars, and dramatically speeding up their production. With peace established, Melissa has put away her machete and gone back to working on the railroad. She's also a member of the Grievance Committee, which works to smooth over any remaining differences between the Atchinsons and the Topekans. Since you saved Katie Bowling from the clutches of the vicious slaver Pitbull, she has pulled herself together and started a prosperous farm on the outskirts of Rail Nomad, where she has buried the remains of her brother Robert. She also made a generous donation to the Desert Rangers and thanks for killing Pitbull and stopping his reign of terror. With Commander Danforth dead and the Red Scorpion Militia defeated, the Rangers established an outpost in the old prison and expanded their influence in eastern Arizona, but RSM holdouts continued to harass them with IEDs and assassinations. Permanently AWOL from the Rangers, Rick Petrowski has joined Brother Red at the scrapyard, and now he enjoys operating heavy equipment and drinking too much. Demona, because you decisively dealt with a robot threat, Demona is safe and able to rebuild. The people who fled the danger have returned, businesses are reopening, and trade is beginning to pick up. In the shadow of the radio tower, Werewolf Wally keeps spinning his hits, now on KPOW, and gives shoutouts to the Rangers every day. Though they try to get back to normal after learning of the death of their daughter Bin, Hector and Carla's grief has driven them apart. Carla has left Demonta, while Hector now runs the El Saigon by himself. The food is still good, but it's no longer a cheerful place it once was. Yeah, this was one of the few failings we had in terms of quests during Wasteland 2. And in a future run, I'd like to actually save the girl. Opie and Maggie are reopened quickly. Their repair business is booming, but the wariness of the robots has remained with them, and they vowed to dismantle every robot in the airplane graveyard so that they never wake up again. Clyde still hasn't recovered from the death of his friends in the Silent Springs Water Company, but determined that their mission to bring water to everyone who can pay for it should not die. He has taken over the business, and now he never runs out of water. Herodia. Thanks to you, the mayor is back in charge and working hard to reverse the damage done by the jerks. His first order of business was to throw out Gecko, install a new bank manager, start using scrap as the town's official currency again. Accounts have been reopened, people have had money to spend again, causing the economy to thrive. His second order of business was to order the farmers to diversify their crops. Agave remains a small part of the farmers' yield, but all kinds of fruits and vegetables are now being grown. People are eating well, there's plenty to trade to other community. Rhodia prospers. With all their differences forgiven and forgotten, Dante and Virgil combine their farms and are busy living happily ever after. With disease that plagued the town cured, citizens of Rhodia once again thrived, while Dr. however you want to pronounce it continues to work to keep them happy and healthy. Reunited at last, Pistol Pete and his wife decided they don't want to risk being separated again, so they've sold their farm and now travel the waste together, a mobile mom-and-pop gun shop. With the Robinson plot foiled and their custom of ritualistic cannibalism now a thing of the past, thanks to you, the Manorites' power and influence has begun to grow. Trade relations with other communities are expanding, and the Angel is becoming more integrated with Los Angeles as a whole. Reunited after you saved Fletcher from execution, Fletcher and, have decided that they can't trust each other, trust either the Manorites or the Robinsons, have left Angel and now have a new life in Rhodia. Okay. Thank you every day for your rescue. Oh, okay. Hollywood. With peace between Hollywood and Griffith Park finally a reality, Atchison McDade and Veronica are working together to bring about reforms in both communities. For his part, actually it's Ascension. Ascension converts the militia into security officers charged with protecting the Bastion of Faith and nothing more. Evangelist he orders to become doers of good works, manning soup kitchens and halfway houses in Hollywood. As for the Vigilants, they have become diligents and put aside the Gospel of James King in order to seek out and study older, more reliable Bibles. Finally, he has freed the penitents, commanded all the followers to take no more. Meanwhile, in Hollywood, Veronica reforms the HCC, turns the HSP into an actual police force, and no more. Meanwhile, in Hollywood, Veronica... Oh, nope, sorry. Veronica reforms HCC, turns sending them to close down the salt lab, chase out the salt dealers, the slavers out of Hollywood. Under her guidance, the town is becoming safer for everyone, not just the tourists. With the salt lab destroyed and the salt dealers gone, George and Martha are having a great year. Their new shop is busy night and day, and they're thinking about adding a smoking lounge to the back deck. Rambo is very happy that there is peace between Hollywood and Salvation Church. He is now the official supplier of arms and armament to both HSP and the Gods Militia, and he's getting rich. With Duke dead and Veronica in charge, Flo is finally able to run Schwags the way she's always wanted to, and as a safe place for folks to see and be seen, she keeps a lookout for slavers and predators and reports anyone suspicious to Veronica personally. Back in business, thanks to the change in leadership at the HCC, Ma Brown is packing them in with Brown Crown. People come from as far away as Santa Fe Springs to try her famous chili, and almost 85% of them make it home again without getting sick. Raji's been honored by Veronica for working so hard so many years to help keep the homeless runaways safe, and she has given him the Hotel California, which has been added where the salt dealers plied their trade to use as a hostel and clinic for runaways and drug addicts. He is now a proud member of the new HCC. Like every business in Hollywood, Manny's Chinese casino has benefited from the influx of new tourists, and Manny is making money hand over fist. Finally freed from Grom's blackmail, thanks to you, he's living it up for the first time in a long time. Life is good. Freed from the Bastion of Faith, along with the rest of the penitents, once Ascension took power, Maggie moved to Hollywood and got a job working at Schwags, where she serves shakes and burgers and helps Flo look out for predators. As soon as Luis was freed from the Bastion, he and his brother Alex headed back home, but not to settle down. Angered by their treatment at the hands of the Salvation Church, they have formed an anti-cult militia, dedicated to wiping out faith-based armies of all kinds. So out of respect for Ascension for freeing them and making peace in Hollywood, they've agreed to lay off the Salvation Church for now. Disgusted by what the Salvation Church had become under her husband's leadership and glad to be freed of his clutches, Fealty wholeheartedly endorsed Ascension's reforms as working hand in hand with him to make sure his policies are accepted. The Rangers, without any remains found at the site of the helicopter crash. Angela is listed as missing, but the Rangers gave her a funeral anyway. Her headstone reads, Angela Death, Death has called his daughter home. Since helping you defeat base Cochise AI, its synthetic minions, Vulture's Cry has returned to her tribe and recommended expanding her contacts with Arizona, which she calls a land of honorable allies. After his death, the Rangers returned Scotchmo's body to Rail Nomad, where he's buried alongside his wife. After helping Rangers defeat base Cochise AI, Chisel, aka Ralphie 2.0, returned to the Rail Nomad to help rebuild the shattered town. He died a week later of a heart attack while trying to open a pickle jar. Well, that's kinda sad. Since helping you destroy base Cochise AI, Jorin returned to Darwin Village with a deep respect for the Rangers and a love for the outside world. She has encouraged her fellow mutants to reconnect with the rest of civilization. So the last thing for this video is, I'm actually going to run my own ending titles here, so I hope you enjoy that. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Mal, and I will see you later.